Hello and welcome to another pen review. My name is Aud and this is my YouTube channel, Aud Talks Pens, where I review pens and other relevant accessories. I really love fountain pens, and I must say that the pen I am reviewing today, the Gravitas Monster, is one of my favorites. It hasn't been in production for very long, but it has already come out in different colors: teal, aluminium, sort of silver toned, and this black version, and then now in titanium as well, in a few different colors. And I really enjoy this design. The Gravitas Monster is a vacuum filling pen. It has an enormous ink capacity of 7 milliliters of ink. To really take advantage of the ink capacity, you have to fill it twice, but I don't think that's an issue at all. Many of my vac filling pens I fill twice anyway to make sure that they are completely filled, because it's just very satisfying, that feeling that I get when the whole pen is filled. As you can see, this is really the largest ink chamber is really out of ink, and then there is a little bit of ink in the smaller ink chamber down here. The pen is quite large. It has a number 8 nib. This is a broad nib. I really enjoy number 8 size nibs. But the pen is not enormous. Here is a size comparison. This is a Lamy All-Star. As you can see, it is absolutely larger, but it's not the biggest pen ever, even though it is large. Of course, the nib sizes are quite different. The measurements of this pen: the weight of it with the cap is 43.6 grams. Without the cap, it's 29 grams. The length of it is 14.6 centimeters from the nib to the end. The girth is 15.8 millimeters across the widest point, and the section pinch, where you would grip the pen, is 12 millimeters wide. 12 millimeters or around that is my preference for the most comfortable grip, but I do understand that that is a little bit too large for some people. That was not the pen skipping, I would say. That was the fact that I have been waving it around for a while. This pen writes very comfortably, and it writes very wet. When writing, I would usually have this open. That opens a valve here, so that the ink from the largest ink chamber can move downwards towards the nib. But now that all of the ink is inside of the smallest ink chamber anyway, it doesn't really matter if I have it open. And because the smallest ink chamber as well is also quite large, you can have that closed for quite a while without it being an issue. Because this pen writes so wet, this purple ink looks black. But I sort of enjoy that. It is a dark purple ink, so it doesn't take that much for it to look black. It's called Purple Rain, and it's a German exclusive, which I bought from a German web store. It writes excellently in reverse, extra fine. And as you can see, it has a very generous ink flow. I appreciate that it doesn't have a clip. I prefer clipless pens. Unless it's a really, really cool or handmade clip, I would rather that my pens don't have a clip. The minus is that, of course, they can roll off your desk more easily, so you have to be a little bit more watchful. But I think it looks a lot more interesting, stealth-like and elegant without the clip. I find this aluminium material comfortable to hold. I don't find it to be slippery, and I enjoy that the nib is also black. If I could fix one minor detail, it would be that this tiny little silver ring would also be black, but I don't mind it. I don't think it's a problem. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty because I have been using it quite a lot. It has a large flat feed, which I think looks quite elegant. It has a flat profile. And I expect when this pen is released in new colors that I will buy one more, probably with a fine nib, because I was planning on using this pen for everyday writing, for meetings, and so on. But it is just too wet for me to be able to turn the page in the when I would like to. I have to wait for the ink to dry often. But I could also have a drier ink in it, and I expect buying narrower nib will help with this. That being said, I really enjoy how wet it is. I've had a couple of hard starts in this writing test. It doesn't usually hard start at all. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, even though it's almost out of ink now as well. And as you can see, I just can't stop writing with it. This is a purple ink with gold sheen. You can see the beautiful purple color here. And you can hopefully see some of the sheen on the word black. And I think this ink goes really well with this pen. I have filled it with this ink twice, and I've also tried other inks in it since I got it. I just keep gushing about this pen because I like it so much. I've had other pens from Gravitas, but this is by far my favorite, and that's saying a lot. I just, yeah, it's been inked since I got it, and I think it will continue to be inked for a long, long time, and not only because of the enormous ink capacity. It's more or less the perfect size for me. It looks elegant, modern, really cool, and it writes like a dream. So if you are on the fence about buying one of these, I wouldn't hesitate, particularly if you like larger pens and you need the larger ink capacity and you like larger grip sections and number 8 nibs, then I would just get it. I waited for a long time, as many did, for this pen to come out. It was teased in the production process, and I couldn't order it fast enough when it finally came out. So I'm really excited for Gravitas, for this fantastic pen. The valve inside of it is inspired by an artificial heart valve. Yeah, it has some really cool technology, or it has some really cool engineering in it. But what matters to me is the writing experience and the function. And it's just great. I think it's a really good value for money. I think it was about $350 if I am not wrong. I bought mine for my own money. This is not a sponsored video, and I couldn't be happier. So that sums up my thoughts about the Gravitas Monster. If you have one, I would love to hear what you think about it. Thank you for watching this review. I really appreciate every viewing, every like and every subscription because it helps my channel to be seen by more people. See you in my next review. Bye!